I remember I was sitting in there just depressed, and he comes in. He had a little country tone. He's like, "Hey, son, you gonna be all right." And I don't know. In that moment, I was like, "Oh yeah, I am gonna be all right." But I wasn't though, because it was my first major injury.
Yeah.
And you know, when you have that type of injury, first you start thinking about if you're going to be the same when you come back, or run as fast, jump as high, play as well, being explosive, right? And then, you know, the actual procedure happens, and I'm in Alabama recovering. My family is still in Seattle. My kids are in school, so the wife is holding down the fort. And I remember listening to the game on the radio because it's Alabama. They don't play Seahawks games. And I just so desperately wanted them to say my name. Like, I don't know why. I just...
Like, I want to miss you.
Yeah, I wanted them to say, like, man, they could really use Nate Burleson, or, you know, thoughts with them. I just want them to, like, just focus on me. That's that selfishness that I was used to. And I think he might have said something in the beginning, but it was quick. Hey, Nate Burleson's out. Next guy up. That was it. The entire game, they didn't mention my name. And I don't know why that made me so sad, because I think it sank in that they're going to move on without you.
Yeah.
Like, this is just an injury, but one day they are going to move on without you. That's the name of the game.
Right.
So, you know, the first day I come back after being cleared from, like, using my medication, I'm like, hey, let me get a vodka soda, and drink my little vodka soda. The next day I'm like, yo, make it a double. You know what I'm saying? A few days later, I'm like, hey, just fill up the cup all the way, no ice, man. Slide him a little 100. And then, like, a week later, I remember going to him like, hey, yo, here go 100. Can you just send the bottle up to my room? And he's like, yeah, sure. You got mixers? I'm like, nah, I don't need them. And I remember sipping vodka on ice and drowning my emotions in alcohol. And I've never had an issue drinking. But in that moment, I feel like I was close to the edge. I was either going to drink myself into a stupor or create some habits that will follow me for the rest of my life. And I woke up fully dressed. I'm a pajama guy, you know, hoop and t-shirt. And I had all of my clothes on from the day before and my shoes with my brace on, like, on top of the sheets. Yeah. And I was sleeping still. And I remember waking up and I kind of, like, came to as if I was, like, sitting up in a casket.
Like
That's
the
what I felt like.
Undertaker.
Yeah, like the Undertaker, facts. It was wild. Like, my arms were, like, crossed. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, he was yeah.
I felt like I was in a casket.
Yeah.
And then my mind starts thinking like a creative, like, am I reading too much into this, or do I need to read more into what just happened?
Oh, yeah.
I blacked out, woke up, completely dressed like the day before, with my arms crossed over my chest like I'm sitting in a casket. What are you gonna do, Nate? And I remember pouring the vodka out, putting it in the trash, and I was like, bro, let's rehab, lock in. Let's get busy. Like, you got enough hurdles that you got to get over, got enough obstacles you got to get around. Let's not put alcohol in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's when I got focused. And I came back from my ACL in like 6 months. It was extremely fast. So that was a turning point, because I either had to sit in this like state of depression and feel sorry for myself, or I can open my eyes and realize, like, not only do I have a great support system, but I got everything I need to get back healthier and even stronger.
Right.
And that's what I decided to do.